Okay, so let us understand um, what is GST. So anyone can give me some highlights on GST if you know something. That's very good. Goods and services tax. Yeah. In some countries earlier before GST in India, we used to have VAT, right? Value added tax. So now from I think if you look at this description from 2017, GST has been started in India. Okay, GST means goods and services tax. It's an indirect tax. So GST stands for goods and services tax. It is a comprehensive indirect tax. So it is an indirect tax levied on the supply of goods and services. For example, whenever you go for any, for example, if you're going to any hotel also, right? Any hotel industry, right? So yeah, of course you purchase whatever you want to eat, right? You purchase all the items. So at last you will get a bill. So in the bill it is clearly mentioned so it would be 6%, 12%, right? Or 5%, 2.5, 2.5%. So that is levied by the government. Okay. So and the tax slabs. So we have different tax slabs like for 0%, 5%, and 12%, which is 6%, 6%, CGST, SGST, central and state, and 18%, 9%, and also 28%. What are the different components? As I mentioned, CGST, SGST, and IGST. So there are three components. For example, we have one more component also. So what are the components we have? CGST, where the tax is levied by the government, central government. Okay, this is levied by the CGST, and also we have IGST, integrated GST. Okay, sorry, I missed out. No, now you can see, right? So basically, GST stands for Goods and Services Tax. Okay, it is called indirect tax. It is levied on the supply of goods and services. It is started in India from July 1st, 2017. Okay, earlier to GST in India we used to have VAT, right? Value added tax. So, so we have different tax components such as CGST, central GST, state GST, okay, and also IGST, integrated GST. And so we have one more thing which is a UGST, Union, right? Union Territories GST it is. UGST also we have one component. Tax slabs, as I mentioned, we have different components such as 0%. We have 9, which is 2.5, 2.5%. We have 12%. We have 18%. We have 28%. When I say 5%, right, it is inclusive of CGST, SGST, 2.5 CGST, SGST 2.5%. 12% CGST, SGST 6699 1414. Okay, based on the different goods and services, the tax slabs are defined by the government. So whenever you purchase services or services, you are purchasing from whom? You are purchasing from the vendor. So we are paying. For a simple example, you went to hotel and you had your dinner and you came back, right? But you are paying the amount to the vendor, right? Your hotel is your vendor. Hotel person is your vendor person, right? So you're making payment inclusive of taxes. 100 rupees your worth of your food plus some 2.5 GST. You're making payment of 105 rupees. So you're paying inclusive of taxes to the vendor. At the same time, so if you're selling goods to the customer, when you're selling goods to the customer, so customer is paying with the taxes to us. Just understand. The first one, at the time of purchases, we are making payment to the vendor. But at the time of sales of goods, you are receiving tax from the customer. So receiving tax and paying tax. If you nullify both of them, then the remaining tax will be paid to the government. Okay, that is what happens in the GST process. Okay, so let us understand at high level at least what are the configuration settings required for all these percentages and different tax components. Okay, we'll understand. So what are the configuration settings are required in SAP system? If you look at here, so SAP already provided condition types, standard condition types. Okay, those condition types are nothing but just understanding, let's copying from the your standard condition type to the required condition type such as CGST, SGST, AGST, and so on. So from the purchaser perspective, input, right? Input. From the sales perspective, output. When I say input means you are purchasing materials or services, you are getting the material services. That is called input. You are purchasing material services, which is called you are paying input tax to the vendor. In the meanwhile, at the same time, at the time of sales of the goods, output tax. Your output in the sense you are selling goods. So output tax. Purchasing goods or services, input tax. Okay, just a small difference is there here. Input and output tax. Whenever I say input output, you should always assume that you are purchasing something. That is called input. You are selling something. Output. Just add tax. Is that clear, guys? Or am I confusing you? Okay, so it's this, since this is theoretical part, right? When you start doing something practical in the system, we'll understand more clear. Let us understand in the system. So we'll define condition types. Okay, so even so OBQ1 transaction, but I'll show you the path. SPRO, IMG, financial accounting, global settings, and here if you look at here, so tax on sales and purchase, it is very clearly mentioned tax on sales and purchase, basic settings, check calculation procedures. Here it is mentioned condition types. If you look at here in our Excel sheet, I mentioned very clearly saying that condition types. Double click on condition types. So here let us open the standard one MWVS, which is input tax. If you look at here, SAP already provided standard condition type. Let us copy this one to our, all our input tax categories. What are the different input tax categories we have? CGST, SGST, IGST. Okay, so I'll change this one to what is our company code? AM, right? Let us assume that this is CG, or we'll do one thing, AMCI, which is input tax. Okay, AMCI. What I'll do, AM's input tax for Amazon. This is for CGST. It's not sufficient. What I'll do, I'll make it CGST. You can mute yourself otherwise. I hear some background noise. So, but whenever you have any doubts, just unmute yourself. You can ask questions. So I've copied one thing for AM CGST, which is I is nothing but input tax, just to differentiate input and output. Okay, input tax. So copy this one again. I want to do it for SI. This also you can change it to SGST. Press enter. This also what I'll do, I'll copy it. I'll make it as AMII, which is IGST, input tax II. Click on save it first. So this is not ours. Change our company code to Amazon. Control F. Amazon. So three Amazons are there. This is ours, right? Continue. So we define three condition types. Now let us create output. Earlier we defined input taxes. Now let us create output. So what I have created earlier, I considered MWVS. Now consider MWAS, which is output tax. This is standard provided output tax condition type. So I'll copy this one. So in earlier what I have done, AMCI, right? Instead of I, just change it to O, output tax. So this also make it into CGST, okay, for AM01. This is fine. It is very clearly mentioned. Click on copy. Okay, copy the same thing. So instead of C, what I'll do? Yes. Okay, caps lock is there. Yes. So this is also SGST, and this is for output tax AM01. Click on copy again. Again copy it. So here what I'll do, I'll make it as I, which is integrated, and output tax, this is for integrated AM01. Copy. So click on save. So let us understand what are our entries are there. So all these are ours only. See, AMCI, AMSI, AMII. These are the three input tax categories. One is for CGST, one is for SGST, one is for IGST. Three input tax conditions, condition types. Three output taxes, AMCO, which is CGST output tax, and this is, let me remove this one. So output tax one, this is two, this is three, output tax condition type. So total six condition types I have created by copying to the reference standard condition types. What are the reference condition types? One is MWVS for input tax, and another one is MWAS. Sir, any questions on this one? If there are no questions, let us move forward with the master data creation. Okay? Yep, yep, yep. So here, yep. So three input tax categories. Since we are taken examples for the CGST, SGST, and IGST, sir. So three condition types. In case if you think for your for example, if you're working for other countries, US country, if US has some 10 conditions are applicable, then you will create 10 condition types as input conditions. Okay, it depends upon the business requirement. In India, for the GST, we have not only these three categories, we have one more category, which is UGST. If you want to consider, you can consider. Okay, so as of now, I'm just considering three condition types. At the same time, I considered output also three condition types. So now let us proceed with our second step. What is the second step? Master data. Let us create three GL accounts for input tax, three GL accounts for output tax, balance sheet liability accounts. Okay. So, so input tax, since we are receiving input from the, so I mean, basically you're when you make payment, right? When you're purchasing materials or services from vendor, so you're purchasing it. So you're making payment to the vendors. So inclusive taxes. So that's the reason you are making payment. So that's the reason we are creating under asset accounts. Here we are receiving the tax amount from the customers. So we are liable to the government. That's the reason we are creating under liability accounts. Okay. So let us create GL accounts now. /o fs00. So here, this is not our company code, sir. Change our company code here, AM01. So let me create with the next number 108, 1008, sorry, and change your PW11. This is for AM01 company code. So let us create with the balance sheet. This is for the asset account. Here you can mention as CGST. Okay. Um, input tax. Okay. This also you can mention as CGST input tax. It's a balance sheet account. Control data. Balance is a local currency. Here you can just update this one sort key. Create bank interest. Nothing. This is a normal one. G001. Okay, we'll come back. You definitely will see some errors. We'll come back to the GL master again with the time of posting the transactions. We will test the transactions, right? We'll while testing the scenarios, we'll come back to the master data. Definitely we'll see some errors. So I'll copy this one again. I'll just mark it as SGST. So this one's changed SG. Sir, what is C and what is S? Anyone? Yes, state and central. So basically, so the revenue, whatever the revenue received by the government will, if it is state, then state government will receive the revenue. If it is central, then definitely the central government receive the revenue. Okay. So control data, and as per their accounts, definitely they will divide the proportionately, right? It's 50-50. Yep. Yep. I, yeah, I don't have answer to your question, but definitely they should proportionate on equal basis. They should have the amount, right? If I'm not wrong. If it is 100 rupees, say for example, so if when you are posting some transaction, right? If your CGST SGST is equal to some 900 rupees, 18 rupees, so 9 rupees will be received by central government. 9 rupees will be received by the state government. Yes. So we have created both CGST SGST. Will create one more account, which is 1010, right? This is our next GL account. I'll just mark it as IGST, which is integrated. So between the states. This is a tax levied by the between the states. So here, what I'll do, we need to create three more GL accounts for output tax. 2006, 2006 GL account. So here also balance sheet, liabilities. Here CGST, but this is what tax it is? Output tax. Output tax. Control C, Control V, control data, balances in local currency. Let's go and scroll down. This is your sort key, create bank interest, fill status group, save. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this one. Since we already created one GL account, click on seventh one, press enter. This one I'll change it to SGST, which is state GST, state GST. Click on save. So I'll create one more GL account with IGST. So I have created three input tax GL accounts, three output tax GL accounts. These are the tax related GL accounts we created. So we are we are good with our second step, which is creating the GL master data. Earlier we created a condition types, now we created GL masters. Now let us go with the processing keys. Let us understand these processing keys. So here also SAP provided some standard processing keys. Let us go ahead with the practically we'll configure in the system itself. Close this one, close this one, calculation. No. Under basic settings, you have this one. Check and change settings to the tax processing, just below this one only. Okay. So check and change settings for tax processing. So here what we should do? So instead of again position MWS, I think, right? So let us go to the tracker ones. So sorry, it is VST input tax category. Next one is MWS, output is MWS. So VST, go to the position VST. So select your VST or double click VST. You can see the categories here. Tax type 2. So since it is a input tax, that's the reason it is mentioned as input tax. Separate line item. When you calculate any transaction, right? So system has to generate one more line item with tax line item that is called separate line item. Okay, that's the reason system has marked with the second line item, posting indicator. So copy this one. So we need to give some identification for the input tax categories for the each component. Like what we'll give CSI, right? So what I'll do ACI. A is our company code, C is for CGST, I is for input tax. Press enter. So someone is already used. So what we'll do? Make it as indirect. Otherwise, C. So CGST. This is for input tax. This is for our company code. CIA. Yep. Luckily we have that one. Copy it. Now what I'll do? I'll copy the same thing for SIA. Press enter. Save it once again. Copy it. We'll put it as IIA, which is for integrated input tax for Amazon. Click on copy. Okay, save it. So we created total three processing keys. Let us see. We created as CIA. So here we have one. So better if you want to give some what do you say identification, you can give the identification here. Okay. If you want to give the ID, double click here, just give the identification AM01. Otherwise, it's very difficult to identify because since this is your training server, right? So many of them like us, they're creating many tax keys. So where is the other two? SIA. Here also you can just mention as Amazon. Click on save. We have one more which is IIA. Here also you can mention as AM01. Save it. Now what we should do, we created three tax keys for input tax, which is we copied from VST input tax. Now MWS. Let us understand what is MWS first. MWS is for output tax. Double click here. So this is for output tax and this is for separate line item. Copy it. So earlier what we had given, sir? CIA we had given, but that is for input tax, right? Now let me, instead of I, what I'll do, I'll put it as O. We'll see. So it's already I mean no one has created this identification. Copy it. Copy again. SOA for state. Save it. One more IOA. This is for integrated output tax for Amazon. This is also same, but again forgot to enter the company code identification. This is not ours. Click on save first. We'll come back. So COA. So I'll put it as Verizon. Sorry, Amazon or AM01. Click on save. SOA, which is this one also will change to the AM01. So this is only for identification, sir. So it is very difficult. Try to identify later. IOA. So this is already done. Click on save. So we created total 6 keys, 3 keys for input, 3 keys for output. So we are good with the third configuration setting. Condition types is done, master data is done, tax processing is done. Now what system is saying? Assign GL accounts. So we have GL accounts now. We have transaction keys also. So what we should do? We assign we need to assign master data to the transaction keys. Let us go to the OB40 transaction. So here what we should do? Assign GL accounts to the respective task processing keys. COA posting keys 4050. Assign accounts accordingly. So go to the assignment. Where is assignment here? Go to the calculation. Now posting. So here we need to assign the GL accounts. Position, these are the transaction keys. Just now we created the keys, right? So transactions position, CIA, which is input tax we created for the central. See, AM01. So 40 debit key, 50 debit key. So press enter once. So select your relevant one, click on rules, click on inventories. What is your chart of accounts? COA. Okay. This is your country region code. Click on accounts. Okay, you have to select this one, sub dialog box. So you have to select this one, click on accounts. So click on inventories. So what is your, this is country key, India, and this is for GL account. So CIA GL account, we have already created one input tax CGST. See here, CGST input tax, CGST input tax, click on save, continue. So similarly, you have to assign for all the for all the transaction keys. We need to assign the GL accounts, all GL accounts to the all transaction keys. What is my next? SIA. So you have to select your 4050, which is posting keys. Click on rules. Select your dialog box. Click on rules. Click on new entries, click on chart of accounts, click on country key, click on account. So again, press enter here, click on accounts. So select this dialog box, click on accounts, new entries. So I don't remember the GL account. Anyone? So SGST. No, 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 no. Am I assigning wrong GL accounts, guys? So yes, SGST input tax 1009. So earlier I think I have assigned something wrong GL account, correct? See, 1009 is your input. I'm presently we're assigning input tax account. So what I should do? I should consider only input tax, not output tax. So 1008, 1008 I need to consider input tax. Then 1009 I think. Yes, if you look at here, no input tax. So I have to sort this GL, this column, not this column. So CGST, SGST, AST 1008, 1009, 1010. Three are the input tax related. So earlier one I think wrongly assigned. Click on save. We'll have one more. We'll come back to the error one also. So you have to carefully assign the GL accounts. Otherwise, you will see some errors. So CIA, SIA, and one more IIA. So select your 4050. Click on rules. Okay, press enter. Select your this one. Click on rules. New entries. ACOA. Country. Press enter. Select your subdialog. Click on accounts. New entries. So country India. This is your 1010 if I am not wrong. See here IGST input tax. Click on save. Now, so earlier for the CIA, I think we wrongly assigned. Come back to CIA once. Position CIA. So select your CIA. Click on rules. Select here. Click on accounts. So this is that correct? 1008 only? That's correct, I think. Okay, if at all, if you are doing something wrong at the time of postings, we can rectify the errors. So 8, 9, 10, that is correct. Now 6, 7, 2006, 2007, 2008, output tax related. Come back. Shit. Position. What is the transaction we created for output tax, sir? C O A, right? See here, 4050. Select on rules. Click on new entries. Same thing. Here also press enter. Select. Click on accounts. New entries. Here this is for ACOA, and I want to give output tax related, which is CGST 2006. Press enter. Save. Continue. So this is the reason, but it's fine. It won't throw any error. And what else we have? SOA. So 40, 50, and select this one. Double click here. New entries. Select your ACOA. New entries. India. And this is for your 2007. Click on save. Back. Back. So we have position. One more we have, which is IOA. Is that correct? Yes. Output tax for input integrated one. Integrated output Amazon. New entries, you can give your ACOA, country, region, press enter. So this pop-up box will be enabled. Click on accounts, new entries, select your country key and GL account, which is 8th GL account, which is your IGST output tax. Click on save. Click on save. So it is already saved. Come back. So we have assigned GL accounts to the all the transaction keys, all the transaction keys. Okay. So we completed our next step. So condition type done, master data done, processing keys done, assign GL accounts also done. Now it's very important step. Without this step, nothing can be proceeded. Okay. Now we'll understand this transaction, which is OBQ3. So calculation. Now under basic settings, check calculation procedure. Earlier we created condition types, right? Just below to that, procedures. Click on procedures. Click on new entries. Now we need to define one procedure for our country. Okay. So I'll create with our name Amazon AM01 GST. So that is it is only 6-digit alphanumeric. That is fine. Amazon GST. Press enter. So select this checkbox. Click on control data. Click on new entries. Now we need to define the condition types here. Okay. This is counter. This is a step number. So here what I'll do, I'll put it as a 1. Okay. This is your condition type. So let me create, copy all your condition types here. What are the condition types we define? We define, see here, output. So we have 6 condition types. So let us assign first input tax condition types. CGST, AMCI, AMSI, and what one more thing, AMII. Is that correct? So CI, SI, II. These are the 3 input tax. Now AMCO, AMSO, IO, right? Yes, IO. So just copy your output tax related condition types. AM, CO, AM, SO, we have AM, IO. This is what defined. Is that correct? Let us see if you just confirm if you are updated correctly or not. Otherwise, system definitely it will throw errors. AMIO, AMCO, and AMSO. So we assigned accordingly. Don't give description. System automatically copy the description from here. So just give the number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then what is, so it is you are mentioned your respective components condition types, but when you are like posting the transaction, on what basis you want to calculate? Based on the some amount, right? That is called base amount, BASB. So you're calculating your tax on base amount. So system will copy a description from the configuration. So now the question is, what is from step to 2 step? So this all these condition type should be calculated based on the 1. So better keep it as 1. So you're calculating respective tax component based on base amount. Based on the business requirement, will configure accordingly. On the right side, if you look at here, we have account keys. We already created different account keys where the GL accounts are assigned. So what are the GL accounts we created? Amazon, C, I think, right? Is that correct? So where is our Amazon? I think we created as a CIA, I think something. Yep. We created CIA. So there was no option, right? Since already someone has created with ACA, we created with CIA. Okay. This is C, no, SIA. This is your IIA. And what about output? What we created? COA, C, SOA, and IOA. If you have doubt, let us confirm once output tax code. Output account key. So here, if you look at here, output COA, COA. So similarly, definitely we created the same identifications. Sir, any questions here? This is very important. Press enter. So we have not defined with IOA. TXIO does not exist in IOA. IOA don't exist. Why? GHIJ, HIOA. What we created, sir? I see only IIA. This is okay, but I don't see IOA. No. Okay, I'll come back here, save it, press enter, click on save. We'll come back to the this condition type key. What we defined, anyone remember? Come back to the account key once for the output tax key for integrated one. Close this one, click on tax processing keys. What is that, sir? We created IOA. Yep, IOA. We created this one, but system is not accepting it, right? So go back to the close, go to the postings, define tax accounts, IOA, select this one, click on rules. So here, this is correct. Click on country. This is also correct. Then why system is not accepting over there? IOA, the description? Don't think so. Output tax AM01, SOA, this is fine. Click on rules. This is also okay. This is also okay. Yep. 7 IOA. This is I am our specific company codes only, right? Our transaction key. This is also fine. Double click counts. This is also okay. IOA, it is 2008. Output tax. Yes, that is correct only. What is the issue? Why system could not recognize the GL account? I mean, could not recognize the uh, process key, transaction key. What is the issue? Define. We'll do one thing. I'll just go back here. Calculation, no, basic settings. Go to the tax processing keys once. Go to the IOA. Okay. This is we are not given any description also. That's the reason. Delete this one. Click on save. Okay. Continue. Click on new entries again. So this is okay. Let me position MWS, right? It's the output tax key. Select your copy it, and this is IOA. This is fine. I'll put it as AM01. Click on copy. Click on save. I've just deleted and created it. I don't know, system did not recognize it. Go back to the posting, define tax accounts, position. Click on IOA output tax code. This one also, there is no delete option. Huh? Okay, let it be. Click on rules. This is also fine. Just click on accounts. This also fine. Now it's both. I mean, I don't see now issues, but if you're getting any other issue, then we'll delete it completely. We'll take another key. Calculation. No. Under basic settings, calculation procedure. Double click on procedure. So here position, we created what we created procedure AM01 GST, but it is sufficient for till GS only. Select your procedure, click on control data, So this is what we created. Now we'll let us try to assign it the center. So now it is not throwing any error. Click on save. Maybe it did not got saved, sir, at the time of assigning the GL account. Okay. So that's the reason I just deleted it and recreated the transaction processing key. Any doubts here? So basically you are assigning the condition types and you are assigning the account keys. So GL accounts are assigned to the account keys. So whenever you select your respective condition, system will automatically determine the GL account from the respective account key. Any questions on this transaction? This is very important. This is called tax procedure. So let us go back to the next step. What is our next step, sir? As per the tracker. So assign country to tax procedure. So basically the tax procedure what we created, that this has to be assigned to the country, our country. Close this one. So so every country will have only one tax procedure. Just make sure that, okay. IN. So someone has assigned procedure. Let us, because since we are testing it, right? So we let us immediately assign ours AM01 GS only, right? So this is the one. Press enter, save. So, so I've saved it back. So that is also done. Go back to the row number 519 now. So because we already completed 518. So I think we have only couple of steps. We'll see 519 tax codes. Now we need to define. So I1 12% CGST SGS, sorry, this is I1 12% CGST SGST tax step indicator. So for example, in our case, I had given example for the 6% tax rates, tax slab. Okay. So let us create one for input tax, one for output tax. Here also we have two tax types. One is CGST SGST, one is for integrated. So what we'll do? Let us click on tax codes, basic settings, no, posting, calculation. Yeah. So it is under calculation. Close this one. So under calculation, we have tax codes for sales and purchases. Continue. So country is India. So our company code is A, right? So let us start with, okay, very difficult now here. So what I'll do, anyhow, we are considering only two tax rates. One is for 12%, one is for 6%, 6%, which is CGST, SGST. The other one is 12% for IGST. Two tax codes will create it. So what I'll do, uh, AI, which is Amazon's. So here we have, see, we can copy it here. See, IGST 12%. I'll change this one to AM01. Input tax for company code, which is 12% tax rate. Amazon input tax. Tax type is input tax. This is mandated, this is liable. So it is liable for tax rate. Click on continue. So here, where is our integrated input tax? We have here, sir. So here we have, see here. I'm I'm doing this for IGST 12%, sir, tax code. So where is IGST input tax code? Here we have input tax for IGST. This is the one. Account key IIA. So here you have to mention 12%. Press enter, save. So one more I want to add a, okay, Amazon, this is also for I, but it's a CGST SGST, right? So let me put for C. So what I'll do, this also same thing, but CGST 6%, SGST 6%, AM01. But this is for input tax only. I'm still working on input tax. So I'm just creating two tax rates. This is for input tax liable. Okay, continue. So CGST, SGST input tax code. Where is CGST, SGST? These are the CGST, SGST. If you look at here, Input tax CGST, input tax SGST. So here we are. So 6%, 6%. So I'm just considering 12% tax slab. Click on save. Is that clear? Now let us create it for uh, output tax related. We already have, we completed AC and AI, so some identifications here. Okay, let it be A1. So A1 is for output tax related. So let me create it with output tax IGST. This is for the AM01 company code. Tax type. This is for output tax code. Output. A is the output. V is for input. Click on continue. This is for IGST output tax code. This is your output tax code. Here 12%. Press enter. Save. Now I want to create it for A2, which is for CGST SGST output. So CGST SGST output, you can take this one. I'll change the company code AM01. Tax type, select it from here, which is output tax liable. Click on continue. So here again output tax 6%, 6%, CGST SGST 6%, 6%. Press enter. Click on save. So total 4 tax codes have defined it, sir. Okay. So total 4 tax codes. What I have defined? AI, AC, A1, A2. So if you want to create A1, A2, A3, A4, you can create whatever identification. It's its own identification. It's not mandated that you should take AI, AC only. Okay. But just make sure that definitely will throw error, because if someone has created some identification, definitely it will throw error. So now we'll try to test the scenarios with AI and AC. Sir, any questions on tax code? Anyone? Any question on this one? Is that clear? So let us go ahead and post the transactions, but let us see what we have here. Vendor invoice and customer invoice. That's it. So try to post a transaction. So FB60. So this is not our company code, sir. Change the company code to AM01. Supplier. So let me select the supplier here. Why this is showing many? So let us change to the company code. So AM01. Click on start search. So Blue Dart services, we have only one supplier. So let me update with today's date. Reference, yes, GST, input tax test. So don't give this amount always. Better, I will explain you. Um, take any expenses account. You're purchasing some expenses. So do we have any expenses, sir? Sir, rent expenses. Okay. For example, this is only example, sir. Don't consider the real time. Okay. So I'm considering 1,000 rupees here. Now here we have tax code, sir. Here we have tax code. Now what I'll do, I select the tax code from here. System is not showing anything. Huh? So I'll just mention as AI presenter. So account is, see, account is not tax relevant. This account is not tax relevant. Tax code will be ignored. If I press enter, this will go away. So 3,000 requirement assignment to relevant cost. This is fine. This is our normal error where we need to key the cost center, press enter. So account is not tax relevant. Press enter again. So system is ignoring the tax code. So what we should do, we need to assign tax category here for the GL account. What is the GL account? Expenses 3,000. So go to the 3,000 account. Under expenses, click on 3,000. So click on control data, click on change mode. So here you can mention as, see, this is getting, I'm not able to change anything, right? So can anyone tell me why this is in the suppress mode? How to change to optional or mandatory? Yep, field status under G004 slash O OBC4 is a transaction code. So what is our A FSV? Is that correct? No, FSV A. So this is correct. Select your relevant group. Cost accounts, additional account assignments, not additional. General data. So here you should have, where will you have, sir? Anyone? It is coming under general data tab. So, yep. Sir, we are talking about master data fields. We are not talking about the posting of the transactions, right? So, we are in the wrong transaction. We should be in which transaction, sir? We should be in which transaction? Anyone? Now I want this field to be enabled mode, right? I want to write something here. So this is GL master data. GL master data fields are controlled by controlled by your account groups, sir. Controlled by account groups. Forgotten? So OBD4 is the transaction code. So position chart of accounts ACOA. So expenses here, double click here. Otherwise select this one. Click on field status, control data tab. So tax category. So I'll put it as optional here. It is a display mode only. So optional. Click on save. Continue. Now go back to your GL master. So refresh your trans. Cancel this one. Cancel it completely. Again re-execute the transaction. FS00. So expenses, rent expense. So change. Click on change mode. So here control data tab. Now you can see. Now it is enabled mode. So now we are posting input tax code. So you have to select input tax account or only input tax allowed or otherwise all tax types allowed. So I'll put it as only input tax allowed. Okay, select this one also posting without tax allowed. Sometimes I want to post to digital account without any tax rates. So click this one also. Activate both. One is for the input tax. See, only input tax allowed and posting without tax allowed. Okay. Now what I'll do, go to the transaction. So here what I'll do, give AI again, press enter. So now I'm not getting this message. See, now here what you will do, click on here also select your see AI IGST 12% AM01 input tax. Here also we have 6% AC. So now we had given us at the line item level, I had given AI. Here also AI at the header level. Click on see, look at here the value. Calculate tax. So system is calculating on 1000 plus 120, which is 12%. 1120. Click on simulate. So system says tax category tax account wrong AM01 1010. So what is this one? This is the GL account 1010. Click on view details. So system says, huh. So what is 1010, sir? It's a tax account, right? You are using account keys for input tax types to technical history output tax 1, 2. The account key is not defined as an account for non-deductible input tax. So yeah, system is saying the GL account should be defined for input tax with a tax category. This this symbol or for output tax category. Okay. So this 1010, this account, I'll come back again here, cancel this. So if I press enter, so now I'm not throwing error. So basically for the 1010 GL account, so input integrated, right? So it's input tax comes under asset account. This GL account, this GL account. I put it in the display mode. this GL account under control data tab, system is expecting this category. So this category should go to the input this one, input tax account. So system, we need to mention to the system, we need to tell to the system this GL account for input tax account. Click on save. Okay. So similarly, you have to do it for all. All these are input tax, other liabilities, output tax. So we have to mention output tax related category, output tax account. Okay. So for this one also input tax. Okay. Click on save, and this also input tax. Save. So let us see at the time of output tax also. Click on simulate. That error has been resolved, sir. So your rent expense is 1000, and on 1000 the tax rate is 120, which is 12%. So 120, 1120, we need to make payment to the supplier worth of 1120 rupees inclusive of taxes. Any questions are here? Any question? If you say that no sir, within 1000 I want the taxes, within 1000, now system is 1000, this is rupees 1000, which is exclusive taxes. But if you say I want within 1000, I want the taxes to be calculated, what we should do? We have an option. So go to the editing option. So here we have calculate taxes on net amount. Remove this one. System will not calculate on the net amount. Change user master record. Come back. Now remove this amount. Press enter. So system gives 1000. Same in the both places. Click on simulate. So system will calculate like this. Within 1000 rupees, your tax rate is 107 and your rent expense is 892. On what basis system calculated this 892? Go to the calculator. So yours 1000 into 12%. 12 by 112, which is 107.14. See this one. Okay, 1000 into 12%, 12 divided by 112. This is inclusive taxes. The first one is exclusive taxes. Click on post. So we are able to post a document. So this is your, so this is not our company code. Document display. Why this is showing this one? AM01. Input tax related to IGST. Taxes. Look at here. See, 892, 107. Yep, this is your tax code, tax rate. So 892.100 is this. If you both include, then it becomes 1000 rupees. Okay, this is your rent expenses. Your 1000 rupees was your inclusive taxes. So come back. Let us try to post another tax code for the same supplier with net taxes. We'll see the other scenario, the earlier scenario. I don't give anything here. Give the same GL account here. Here also 1000. We have one more CGST, SGST, right? Input tax. This is your input tax, CGST, SGST, input tax code. Scroll to the right side for the cost center. Here also you can give the input tax AC. Okay. So system, so someone has changed the company code immediately. Okay. That's the reason we are facing some issue. AM01. So I'll change this one again. So okay, remove this one. We'll try to put it net taxes. AC, which is CGST, SGST 6% rate, 6%. 1000. Here also I'll put it as AC, input tax code. Click on calculate tax. So this is, I'll put it again here. Click on press enter. So go to the editing options. So what I'll do, I'll put it net taxes. Click on change user master record. So it's coming as 1120, 120. Press enter. Click on simulate. Now we are not facing any error. See CGST, SGST, 6%, 6%. On 1000, 6% is 60. On 1000, 6% is 60, 60. 120. So 1120 to the supplier. Is that clear, guys? This is your net taxes method. The earlier one, normal your other than net taxes, which is you can say on gross amount. It's up to the client requirement. Click on post. So we had seen both entries for the input tax. Let us test for the output tax entries also. So go to the /o FB70. So this is our not our company code AM01. So select the customer. Sir, following me or not? Hello? Why this is coming like this, sir? Who has changed? Hmm? Someone has changed everything, sir. Customers by company code. Yep. Someone has changing the settings, sir. Click on Srinivas. So here invoice date, today's date. This is for the GST output tax testing. So here also similarly, sir, there is no difference. Once if you learn for a vendor invoice, it is easy for your customer invoice also. It's the same thing. But here we are calculating output tax. So I want to consider sales account. So here some value 1000. So tax code, let us give tax code as system is not giving anything. I know that. So I think we had given something as A1, right? So press enter. So see here, account is not tax relevant. Go back to the GL master record. So go to the sales account. Incomes, sales account. So you should mention this belongs to output, only output tax allowed. Click this indicator, save. So continue. So go to the transaction again, press enter. So here system is expecting some account assignment. Press enter. So no taxes on sales and purchases for account 4001. No taxes on sales and purchases are allowed for account. So this is something strange issue. We'll see. So what I'll do, I'll come back from this transaction, exit. So refresh your transaction once because we changed it. So go back to the 4001. We already updated it. Continue. Is it saved, sir? Yep, it is in saved mode only. Okay, we'll see. If you're getting error, we'll try to resolve it. AP70. Customer, this is for output tax, date, give your GL account. This also some value. This is for the A1. Scroll down, come to the right side, click on cost center, 100, press enter. So click on this, where is your tax code at the line item level? We'll see A1, select here also A1. So has a tax code been set correctly? You're getting some messages A1. So this is warning message, press enter. Click on calculate tax. This is working fine, 1120. Click click on simulate mode. We are in the net taxes. Okay, tax code here does not appear in any GL account item. This is fine. Okay, press enter, press enter. So IGST output tax, this is correcting correctly, but you mentioned something, right? So so at the line item level we mentioned as AI. So system is considering uh, anyhow system is considered at the line item level. Okay. A1, press enter again, click on simulate. So this is fine. So it's considering output tax code. It is calculating based on the net taxes. The same thing what we define. So so system is throwing some messages. Let us go ahead once again. I'll cancel this transaction. We'll rectify one by one error. Not errors, they are messages. We can ignore the messages, but still it's not correct, right? Uh, what is the FB70? Let us try to simulate the messages now. So I'm seeing couple of messages. One is yours. So this is your A1, and so here click. Where is cost center, sir? Cost center here. So I'm just pressing enter. Okay, just press enter. I don't see any messages now. Click on A1 here also. Press enter. Now I don't see any messages. A1, A1. So click on calculate tax. Now also I don't see any messages. 1120. So all those are like warning messages only. Ha, now I got it. Tax category, tax account wrong. So view details, tax category, tax account wrong, AM01 2008. The same thing, sir. You have to assign relevant. Okay. Go to the 2008 GL account. We'll understand what is 2000 GL account. Output tax account, right? Liabilities. 2008. Click on change mode. You have to mention this is tax category as output tax account. So earlier this one we created, right? Now output tax account. Click on save. Similarly for this also. So here is it. Yep, this is the correct symbol. Click on save and come back to CGST output tax. Click here. Click on save. We are mentioning that this is your output tax account. That's it. Come back to the AB70. Press enter. So this is fine. This is no issues. Click on post. You are able to understand, right? So this is your inclusive taxes 1120. Click on post. Document display. So we posted with A1 tax code. Click on taxes here. You can see here 1120 is your 12% on IGST. So this is triggered accordingly with IGST GL account. Just make sure that you assign the GL accounts accordingly for the respective tax codes and tax accounts. We have one more tax code. Let us test that also. So let me put the same GL account 1000 rupees. This is for the what is another tax key, sir? So another one is output tax is A2. So A2 is our another tax key A2. So here right side, come to the right side, give your cost center value. Here header also you can give the same thing A2. Click on calculate tax. Calculate tax. So here also mention A2 here. So even though if you don't give it the header level, system automatically is considering. Okay. So here 1120. Let us try to use another option, not net access. Remove this one. Click on change user master record. Back. So I don't want to. So I want to put the same value here. So within the 1000 you will have the tax amount. Click on simulate. Within the 1000. So 892.86 5357. So how it is calculating the same way what we have calculated for the input tax. So 1000 rupees into 12% divided by 112, which is 107. 107 you have to divide into two, which one is for CGST, one is SGST, divided by 2, which is 53.57. This is correct. Close. Click on post. I don't see any errors for this transaction. We rectified all the errors, sir. Any questions? See, we are calculating taxes also now. Anyone, any questions? See, the transactions are displayed here. If you want, so if you don't see this one, then you can get it from the layout with the name transaction. Any questions on the input tax or output tax?